Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch scale First Order Snowtrooper. Alright you guys, so looking here at the packaging, you can see that this is more of the same Star Wars The Force Awakens style packaging here. It looks very nice, has a very nice portrait of the Snowtrooper there on the left side and showcases the figure rather well. Looking at the back here, it also looks, pretty simple, but I mean, you get everything you need there. The 3 figures required to build the weapon, and then it shows you how to connect them all together. And then a little information there at the top. Says the latest generation of cold weather assault stormtroopers, snowtroopers, wear advanced insulated armor and helmets that reduce the glare of icy terrain. Alright you guys, so I have a little bit of an announcement for you, and that is that I am no longer going to be actively collecting the Star Wars Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch scale 5-point of articulation figures. I've only grabbed a handful of them so far, and I haven't been terribly disappointed with what I have. But there are just so many 5-point of articulation figures coming for this movie, and I just don't really know a whole lot about most of the characters. So that's one factor. The other factor is that they're 5-point of articulation and they still cost around $8. In fact, Toys R Us just raised their prices to $9. So I'm not saying I'm never going to collect another Force Awakens 5-point of articulation figure, but I am no longer going to actively be pursuing them unless something, awesome comes out, like maybe Princess Leia or Luke Skywalker or something like that. But I'm really hoping that Hasbro releases more super articulated versions of these guys in the 3 3/4 inch scale, especially the Snowtrooper. I really love the design of the Snowtrooper. It's probably my favorite design of any of the new characters that we've seen from this movie as far as the First Order forces go. Reason that I did pick up this particular 5-point of articulation figure is that I have the First Order Snowspeeder, and of course I needed a few more figures to stick into it. So I did grab 2 of these guys, and truth be told, it is a very nice looking figure. From a sculpting standpoint, it does look really good. I like that it's in a very neutral pose. It's kind of just standing there. There's nothing pre-posed about it, nothing action-oriented about it, just very plain, which I like. Give you a close-up here of the head. And I think the helmet looks really, really good. Again, I love this design for the Snowtrooper, and I just think that they did a really nice job translating it to a basic figure. Looks really nice. Paint is pretty cleanly applied from what I can see here. And the color of the plastic is a very nice, vibrant white. And the body looks really, really good. Again, very neutral, but that's exactly the way I like my figures to be. Armor looks really good. There's a little bit of something written there in Arabic, and a little bit of painted details there. Belt is like a deep gray color. Legs have some painted detail on them as well. You can see from the back that he does have like a backpack sort of thing here, and it does come off if you pull on it right there. You see the peg, and just stick it in. All in all, very nice looking figure. And, this is probably one of my favorites that I've gotten from this line so far. Even though it's 5-point of articulation, it still isn't that bad at all. Speaking of articulation, you do get a ball joint up here at the head, and it does kind of go down a little bit, up just a little bit, side to side. You get swivels at both of the shoulders, and then you get swivels at both of the hips. And it does go almost a full 90 degrees, which is great. And, of course, the legs are sculpted into the camo, which also looks really nice, I think. In the way of accessories, you get this blaster, which is a little bit different from the one that the Stormtrooper comes with. And this is the same one that we saw with the 6-inch Snowtrooper officer. In the way of the build-a-weapon accessory things, they're basically just like these blades, I guess they are. I'm not really sure what you would even call these. I don't have anything to connect them to because I don't have the other build-a-weapon accessories for this specific, weapon that you build. But it does show you can connect them there to the figure's arms. But when you do that, it just doesn't seem like they snap in place. Like it kind of alludes to what you need to do. Like I don't want to ruin the figure, so I'm just going to leave it without them. But just like all my other build-a-weapon accessories, it just kind of seems like these are going to end up in a pile of Build-A-Weapon junk because I have absolutely no use for these. These are terrible. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars The Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch scale First Order Snowtrooper. All in all, I gotta say, it is probably one of the nicer of the 5-point of articulation figures that I have picked up from this line. From a sculpting standpoint, it looks very, very nice proportions. It's sculpted really, really well, no arguing there. The paint on it seems to be really, really clean. Nice gun that it comes with. The Build-A-Weapon stuff is pretty useless. It's a solid figure through and through for $7, but I really hope that Hasbro releases a super articulated 3 3/4 inch version of this figure, because I think those are the figures a lot of us are holding out for, even though they're going to be like $13 a pop, which is ridiculous. You know, that's what a lot of us are really after. So, you know, here's hoping that this happens for this figure, and that, you know, those figures are relatively easy to come by, since they are going to be Walmart exclusives. You know, I'm just really afraid, you know, of how hard it's going to be to find them. So it's a decent figure. If you're collecting the Star Wars The Force Awakens 5 points of articulation figures, then I think this is a good one. I would give it 4 stars out of 5, not because it's mind-blowing, but just because it serves its purpose. You know, it functions as it's supposed to, as a budget action figure, you know, that looks good and, you know, should function quite well sitting in my snowspeeder. Alright, my friends, if you enjoyed this video, then I do encourage you to please like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this guy and whether or not you are planning on picking him up. Be sure to check me out on Twitter, where you'll get the latest updates on collecting news and my day-to-day collecting routines as they occur. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Victorious Cantina. Till next time, bye-bye.